When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. The Terrapins offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Gonna run it. It's Howard. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Got a man, it's Markway. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down. Turning it on!
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Look out, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. He's at the... And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Off play action on first down. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this second and short. They send the tight end in motion. This time they'll go to the running game. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. They've got it down to the 32. First and 10 coming. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's his second sack of the day. And guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try to get outside. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going out.
Breaks into the open. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. He's got his man. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Terrapins! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
How in the world did the offense retain possession? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this is a guy who is very quickly rewriting the record books for his school. 5 sacks. That is not a typo. 5 sacks his last time out, and here he is getting his first in the game.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They believe they can run right here. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Big time play by... He'll lose 4. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Looking for space. It's Howard. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's the end of the 1st quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Maryland! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Back to throw, it's Sullivan. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Lost to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
With the catch, it's Markway. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. It's Howard. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Dyer. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. For a quarterback, those mechanics need to be second nature, but sometimes they can get a little rushed.
Yeah, and we've seen that. We've had spin sessions on the field before games with Jesse, and just gets on that back foot a lot and just can't.
There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Terrapins!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Fakes to grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on 1st down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And the holder will place it down on the left hash, a 47-yard try coming. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Leaves it with the running back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Terrapins headed quickly to the line. The give from the gun. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. Trying to keep this drive alive. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Trying to get the edge on the right. Turns it on in midfield. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Terrapins back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll immediately call timeout.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Dyer. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go to the toss. Find some fresh air. Past the first down marker and still running. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
And it's no good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Hawkeyes will kick it away to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Offense in a bunch formation. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to get the corner. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Back to throw, it's Dyer. That's caught, it's Howard. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. They'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finding open areas. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all over the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Finds his man. It's Howard. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Terrapins! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside. Oh, it's a fumble. Touchdown, Maryland! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythms.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Hawkeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Sullivan. Pulls it in. Gets away from one. He's got space. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Hawkeyes are in the red zone. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The offense changing the play. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've...
Snags it at the 30 and still running. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Terrapins! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
To throw, it's Sullivan. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Markway. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Looking to pass. It's Dyer. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll set up to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Maryland! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score in the season.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Woo!
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
The official says no good, hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To the air, it's Dyer. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Bunch formation for these receivers. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He'll take the deep shot. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Terrapins! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go. Quick spin on the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Iowa! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Snags it quickly on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Slithers into space. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Got his man on the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
They're dealing with a second and long. quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass, it's Dyer. He wants to go deep. Makes a catch at the 15. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Can't make the play on the interception, and, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Terrapins didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Let's go. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He wants it all. Go to the end zone. It's picked off.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up to and and sacked at the 12. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game, David.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. If there's time to pad the stats. Looking for the score. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.